Hello everyone, and welcome back to another reaction to Matt Rose, where we have extremely wrong exam answers. Let's go.
Recently, on some forum somewhere, I found a handful of things written
Uh-huh.
by real
Sorry, what was that? Greeks through the Java. Interesting.
students in
Okay.
history exams. I'll just read you a few quick.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest writer of the Renaissance was William Shakespeare. He was born in the year 1564,
Uh-huh.
supposedly on his birthday.
Holy shit, really? No kidding?
Louis Pasteur discovered a cure for rabbis.
Oh no.
It was an age of great inventions and discoveries. Gutenberg invented removable type and the Bible. Another important
What's a removable type?
invention was the circulation of blood.
Ah, yes, we did not circulate blood before then.
Gravity was invented
And yes, no gravity as well, of course.
by Isaac Walton.
Who? Excuse me?
The 19th century was a time of a great many thoughts and inventions. People stopped reproducing by hand and started reproducing by machine.
That's some interesting alternative history.
Another story was William Tell, who, contrary to belief, did not shoot an apple which was on his son's head, but rather shot an arrow through an apple while standing on his son's head.
Oh,
This inspired
no.
me to check some
Oh no.
Reddits for badly wrong exam answers, both accounted from the teachers who marked them and the very students who wrote them down.
Okay.
Polar environments have low levels of precipitation. Identify one other environment that has low levels of rainfall. The rainforest.
Bruh.
I teach French, and as a bonus on a quiz, I asked the students what happens in France on July 14th. Instead
Okay.
of writing Bastille Day, one student wrote Balls Out Day. Middle
Oh, interesting.
Ages test. What colourful item did people hang on castle walls that also prevented drafts?
Okay.
Prisoners. One
Bruh. Colorful, yes, of course.
of the questions was like, what is it called when an object is stationary? And I put office materials.
Wrong kind of stationary. A, not an E.
A kid in AP Calculus just wrote, wish I could, Queen, on a test question.
Bruh.
Direction.
Do this struggling.
Please correctly rewrite the sentence below.
Okay.
Has you ever been to an rodeo? Students' written response. No, I haven't, no. Had an English.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's... How do you even get that? Is he just really bad at English? That he didn't realize what was requested of him?
Essay assignment about horse meat during the horse meat scandal in Europe. One girl actually wrote an whole essay about two horses meeting each other.
Bruh. How do you even do that?
The biology question, something along the lines of how should you treat someone with...
That reminds me of the one meme about euthanasia, where someone made a presentation about youth in Asia instead.
coronary heart disease. And I wrote, with respect.
Bruh. I mean, yeah, but that kind of should apply to everyone equally, supposedly.
What? I've taught math from
Yes.
6th through geometry. This assignment was one of the best I've seen. Just look at the instructions and his answers. Add or subtract? Well, that's add. That's add. Subtract? Well, this is easy.
Bruh. Okay.
Yeah, but I wonder what went through his head at problem 16. Art class, teacher wanted 12 thumbnail sketches, a small rough idea of the picture, of our ideas for a painting. One girl drew her thumbnail 12 times.
Well, yeah, again, probably, maybe English not native language, maybe she didn't know just what they meant. She probably didn't know what that meant.
There you go, done. What a pointless exam. In middle school, my history teacher kept a book of all the funny answers he's gotten over the years. Define Nixon. What's the stuff in cigarettes that makes them addictive, no? Define poverty. Isn't that the time of your life when you go through, you know, changes and stuff?
Like puberty?
While teaching freshman English, we were studying some Shakespeare, and one of the vocab words was nobility.
Okay, that's a pretty simple word, I think.
It answered, when you're not very good at something.
Like inability? Maybe he misheard, or I don't know if that was a written or a verbal thing.
No ability. They had to use vocab words in an original sentence.
Uh-huh.
The word was usurp. And the sentence, I usurp on my pancakes.
Bruh. Okay, that's... Wow. Wow.
The word fortify in a sentence.
Okay, that's also a pretty simple one, to me at least.
I have $45 in my pocket.
Okay, yeah, that must have been a verbal one, because there's no way you think 45 means 45 when you see it written.
Vocabulary test, use the word in a sentence, surf it. I saw a wave.
I don't know that word, actually.
And decided to surf it.
Let me
Word in a
see.
sentence, surf.
An excessive amount of something. Interesting. I think this is my first time seeing this word, actually. Okay.
I saw a wave and decided to surf it. I teach physics, and sometimes they get conversions wrong, leading to great answers. The best was a pogo stick, which bounced around 100,000 meters high. Yeah.
Oh, it's straight up to space.
The record for the highest pogo jump ever is only 3.5 meters. 100,000 meters would put you about there. GCSE mock, I calculated that a coffee was 300 million Celsius in temperature.
Yeah. That's just normal McDonald's coffee, yes.
516 meters squared for the area of the base of a jar.
Oh, that is a huge jar, wow.
Ooh, what's a big jar, mate? I know, right? Broken heart emoji. Well, I put 0.8 centimeters for the height of a jar.
Okay. I mean, if it's a tiny jar, it can, in theory, be that, if it's like a really flat one.
Got a negative number.
Oh. That's not good.
Analog sad face. Since I'm grading tests as we speak, let me just pull one from the stack here. Right, describe how glaciers were involved in the formation of the Great Lakes. Glaciers were involved with the Great Lakes by forming them.
Of course.
A response on a quiz about food safety. What does FDA stand for? Forget this assignment. What?
Bruh. What is it actually? I'm guessing F stands for food and A stands for maybe agency, but what is D? I don't know.
Do we call the science of classifying living things? Racism? State?
Well, that depends on how you look at it, I guess.
The two organs that make up the central nervous system. Heart, lamp.
What? Sorry, what? Does this person just have no idea what nervous system means at all? Like, how?
I spelt my last name completely wrong, and later in that exact same test, I accidentally wrote, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah, you're really not doing great. Okay.
I had to give a mandatory state writing test. Oh, and by the way, if you're going to draw anything from this video, it should probably be this. The prompt was related to our study of that state's Native Americans and focused somehow on ears of corn.
What? Okay.
Apparently this kid had never heard the expression ears of corn. Just bear a moment.
It's a really weird one, in my opinion, too.
Here to consider, you know, after an exam, everyone walks out talking about it. All your mates are going, "Oh, that was easy, wasn't it?" I mean, everyone knows what ears of corn are, obviously. Meanwhile, you're silently panicking because you've written... So it morphed into this weird sci-fi story along the lines of The Fly, where a kid's ears turn into corn cobs.
Well, yeah, when you don't know an expression, that can easily happen.
Toward the end, the main character was just saying, "What? I can't hear you. I have ears of corn." I was laughing so hard reading it, I couldn't even explain to the other teachers on my team what was so funny. In my English mock, I wrote something like, "The darkness emitted darkness." Loudly crying face emoji. Character AI behavior. Loudly crying face emoji. Oh no,
yeah, kind of.
Ghost. Was a quote made by me in my English exam. Therefore, the overflowing ambition
interesting.
Led Macbeth to his Macdeath.
Okay, that's great. I don't even know. I couldn't be a teacher because I wouldn't know what to do in this situation.
Skull emoji.
Yep.
Did you actually write that? I'm chuckling. Skull emoji. I said thank you in Spanish during my French exam when I was trying to say sorry in French.
The multilingual problems.
I was writing an essay for a French class test back in high school. I sucked at French. I sucked at it so badly, I inadvertently called my teacher a prostitute in that essay.
Wow, I'm interested in how exactly those words are in French. I might want to check that.
took AP Spanish this year. I mistranslated the words for laughter and smile in my head as crying and sadness. I ended up writing 200 plus words about the health benefits of being sad. In my French-speaking mock, I was asked what I buy online, and I straight up said, dogs. Loudly crying.
Okay. I mean, I guess you can, in theory, do that. Maybe.
Face emoji, and then I followed up with and you, like I was expecting my teacher to agree with me. Skull emoji. Year 10 PPEs. This was just a few days ago. I was absolutely cooked for the exams. I just used a bunch of random Spanish adjectives from Breaking Bad. Mi profesor en español es el güey y muerto porque abogado. Qué divertido. My Spanish teacher is cool and dead because he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
How funny. A-level speaking mock, I very confidently said that young people were getting addicted to young people. I was supposed to say young people are getting addicted to mobiles, and I got my words confused. A teacher had to stop the timer because she was laughing that hard. Our French class, we goofed and slacked too much. On one of my French quizzes, the teacher was angry because someone put the French word for grass as les grass. Bald jiggler confesses. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Sub-dialect of French known as rage comics.
Yes, that's also what I thought of immediately when those comics with like Lemmy and all that stuff really brings me back to the 2010s.
It reminds me of my friend in 8th grade French. The question was, why do you eat a sandwich? And the answer the teacher was looking for was parce que j'ai faim, because I'm hungry. My friend wrote parce que je peux, because I can.
Nice. I mean, kind of based.
A point moving through space. Line. An enclosed area that has height, width, and volume. Form. The lightness or darkness of an object. Value. The way something actually feels or looks like it would feel. Texture. An enclosed area that has height and width. Shape. Draw a shape. There you go. What is your favourite hue? Jackman.
Wow. I wonder what was going through their head at that time.
I was a TA a couple years ago for an engineering drawing class, and on
probably Hugh Jackman, but
the lab assignment I got, do you want my head to explode? I was giving a quiz on naming various instruments of the orchestra. The picture was of a gong. I got various answers, including bong, but the one that stood out the most, Japan Smasher.
What? How do you even... Okay. Is gong even a Japanese instrument? I guess Japan has at least some variant of it, but Japan Smasher. That sounds like something else.
TA Gen Chem one semester, there was a bonus question, who invented the hot air balloon? One student answered, Jesus. I put up an...
Bruh. I guess he thought Jesus walked not only on water, but on air as well.
Extra credit question, name a song about the weather. I mean, yeah, you got loads like, here comes the sun. Yeah, why does it always rain on me? This student, Highway to Hale. Highway to Hale on AHS Algebra 2.
That's funny.
Final. Not only do I not know the answer to this rather pointless piece of mathematical nonsense, I doubt my lack of this esoteric tidbit will have any impact on the whole rest of my life. Thus, I feel it's only fair that I should get full credit, as it is a silly and pointless question.
Bro thinks he's smart.
Random middle school student on an end-of-unit exam written response. Bruh, I've got a month left. I really don't give a fuck. I don't know if this counts, but one of the questions began with, a student is trying to calculate the volume of an egg. And I was so tired, I didn't give an answer. I just put, why?
Nice. Yeah. I mean, that's real. Yes. I feel you.
My AP Chem teacher graded for a few years, and he opened one booklet and a $5 bill fell out. Nothing much was written in the book. I've graded AP exams in the past. I had one individual decide, oh, fuck this test. I better write a full page of Game of Thrones spoilers. Show ruined. I had a kid literally draw a face on a cuboid when asked to draw the missing face.
Oh, like a smiley face?
My comparative Gov teacher told me about the essay that contained no words, just a picture of Godzilla and King Kong attacking the College Board building.
Oh, well, I guess that kid is going to art school.
On the AP Physics exam, my answer to find the charge of the outer shell was a picture of a bunny in a lab coat attaching a car battery to a turtle.
Okay, another one is going to art school.
You know, to find the charge of the shell. Yeah, needless to say, didn't pass that exam. This kid, though, is going places.
Okay.
Miss, I can't read the question. There is, as you can see, a bear in the way.
Bruh.
Make the opaque bear clear. How many sides are in a triangle? 2. Who is the Greek god of
Okay.
the ocean? Aquaman. State the functions of the
Bruh.
stomach. Liver. People live
How?
in poverty, which was bad because they didn't have money, which was bad
You don't say.
because they couldn't afford food, which was bad
Wow.
because they would starve, which was bad because they would die, which was bad because this would make other people sad and lower their quality of life. It might
Okay.
be worth just clarifying why that's bad. When I was in my first year of college, my writing class assignment was to write an objective essay regarding Dr. King's movement. Being an idiot and not thinking clearly, I thought the professor meant to be objective, similar to a lawyer objecting something during a court case.
Bruh.
I have a dream.
Objection! In the end, I wrote a completely racist paper and received a 0.
Oh no. Oh no. How would you not know what objective means in first year of college? What kind of... Okay.
I had to explain myself to the dean the
guess.
next day as well. Oh, I still cringe every time I think about that class. Vocab sheet for World War II unit sentence example. I don't think I would do well in
Okay.
a concentration camp, as I have ADHD.
Bruh.
Second
Oh,
year
no.
teaching about the beginning of World War I, and someone wrote about the assassination of Franz Ferdinand
Okay.
eating the bomb out of his car. Who was president?
What? Wait, was there even a bomb involved? I just remember that he was shot, but what about the bomb? Is he confusing that with something else, or do I not know the details of the assassination?
During the early 1960s? John fucking Kennedy.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
Can't remember what the question was, but the correct answer was the presidential seal. The response
Okay.
from one of my students was,
Flex seal.
Great.
That's a lot of damage.
once in my
Yeah.
GCSE geography class, we had a test regarding natural disasters. My friend
Okay.
got the word erupted and ended up writing, and I quote, the volcano volcanoed. One
Well, yeah, what else can you do?
time my teacher asked on a test what was one animal that crossed the land bridge from Russia to America other than humans.
Okay.
I had the answer on the tip of my tongue, and instead of writing caribou,
Okay.
I blanked and wrote cantaloupes. This
Oof. Yeah. Sometimes English just doesn't English. That's real.
one girl last year did an assignment on Hawaii when the assignment
Okay.
was Iceland. She mixed up Ireland and Iceland
Oh.
and thought she could just choose any island.
Okay.
Live in Iceland can confirm it's practically the same place as Hawaii. I mean, both are located on geothermal hotspots and are surrounded by an ocean. Hey,
They are both islands. So yeah.
if you try Akatol, Humahumanakanapua, the languages are even just as unpronounceable. Well, for you, maybe. Had a test, forgot how to spell isle. I knew that all the words were
Okay.
contractions, so I just sounded it out and threw an apostrophe in there, like, "Ahiel."
What? Wow. This is one thing that I could never be capable of as a non-native, because this just makes zero sense to me.
Jackie, you can't just white out a question you don't want to answer. r/teachers.
Nice.
And now what? Okay, I'm a 51-year-old long-term substitute teacher. I took this position
It's really funny when people use sub to mean substitute teacher, because another thing always comes to mind.
in February, and it ends at the end of the year. I've given a creative writing assignment, and a student has put gooning to a leprechaun in it. In
What? I'm sorry, what?
high school, we took a quiz on Hamlet. Our teacher told us, well, if you get confused, remember, the story is just like The Lion King. One of the questions asked
Excuse
how Hamlet's
me?
uncle died. Someone answered that he was thrown off a cliff and eaten
I mean, yeah, but
alive by hyenas.
yeah. Well, that's what they said, yeah.
GCSE Biology 1. What is the first antibiotic ever developed? Amputation.
Bruh. I wonder if that is technically correct or not. What is the definition of antibiotic?
Writing a lab report about a density experiment. Substance A will float in water because it is flamboyant. How
Nice.
does dietary fibre aids in digestion? It smoothens the shit.
Exactly like that. Did they just write it smoothens the shit? Just like that. In a school paper. Okay.
During a standardized test, one of the questions asked me to prove something about the constellations based on an article. I wrote,
Okay.
well, just trust me on this one.
Source, trust me, bro.
Yeah. I was a TA for a very introductory physics classes last year.
Very introductory, okay.
The question was something like, Jane has a mass of 42 kilograms and is tied up on a platform on one side of a 30-metre room 20 metres in the air. Tarzan has a mass of 60 kilograms and grabs onto a vine swinging from the middle of the room where he stands 20 metres in the air. If he starts at an initial velocity of 0, what is Tarzan's velocity at his lowest point? What is Tarzan's and Jane's velocity as they are exiting the building?
Okay, it's interesting.
And what I received for an answer, to the window, to the wall, to the sweat drips down my balls. Oh, them Janes can crawl.
What the hell?
Ski, motherfucker, ski, goddammit. A grade 12 student who never...
Did they actually write motherfucker in a school paper? Does that just happen? Do students just do that nowadays?
Showed up to class and never turned in any homework or assignments, tried to breakfast club me with a heartfelt personal essay on his final exam.
I don't know what that means. Okay.
He even tried to end it with, Mr. Teacher, I know this maybe isn't what you were looking for, but it's what I know and feel.
Okay.
I still failed the shit out of him. Fucking yes. Always hated that trope in movies. The first cells were probably lonely? No.
Well, maybe.
No. What is the strongest force on Earth? Love. No. Name a location, a country or region or area that is sparsely populated.
Okay.
The ocean. No, but state one significant physical reason why the area named above is sparsely populated. Well, because humans can't breath underwater.
Okay.
No. Hey, why are you booing me? I'm right. Yeah, marking does seem a bit unfair sometimes, and that's why if you're a
Well, I mean, it never said populated by humans, so...
student, you may be tempted to cheat. There are some genius ways to cheat. I work at a university and heard a chemistry student facing an exam had grown a couple of his fingernails long enough to write formulae on the underside of them.
How long is that?
But if you're not a genius, there's two ways to cheat, really. Either copy online. Last year, I got a submission of an assignment that began with the sentence, as an AI language model, I cannot provide a specific answer to this question.
Unfortunately, that's just the classic now. Basically the standard of cheating.
Without any context or source. Had an essay I graded this year, it ended with, don't forget to like and subscribe for more essay content.
Wow.
Second graders were doing posters on various countries. One kid copied and pasted without understanding what they were saying. What is Colombia known for? Well, Colombia is known for a diverse culture, stunning natural landscapes, and production of high quality coffee and cocaine.
Oh,
My
yeah.
first year teaching, I got a lot of plagiarised material turned in on essays, but the one line that will forever live in infamy is that of the 13-year-old boy who wrote, in my 28 years of serving in the Air Force.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty old 13-year-old.
Or the other cheating option, of course, copy whoever's next to you. On a vocabulary quiz, students had to use courage in a sentence. One girl, Jane, wrote, my brother showed courage when he fought in the war. The girl next to her wrote, James' brother showed courage when he fought in the war.
Okay.
I had a kid cheating on a test.
I mean, that's more creative than copying the answer straight up, so that's pretty funny.
He went as far as to copy everything, exactly where it was on the other kid's test, including his doodle. On a world history test, I once asked what Magna Carta meant, translated into modern English. There were three boys sitting
I don't know what that means.
in a row near the back of the class. The first boy answered the question correctly and wrote a Great Charter. The second boy, sitting behind the first and looking over his shoulder, wrote a Greek Charter. The third boy, sitting behind the second and looking over his shoulder, wrote that the Magna Carta was the name of a Greek skater. Onomazami Magna Carta, Imadri ed Peneton, Kemoese Nakano Patinaz.
Bruh.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is going to be my last video for the year, by the way. I want to spend my first Christmas with my new son. Thank you for joining me for 2025. I know the upload schedule's been a little bit sporadic, but it's been a good year, productive year.
Yes.
Got a lot done.
Oh no.
Zoo plays baseball. A domesticated bear. The boy will be a nurse in the new year, so there type of videos. Furby Part 4, yeah, cooking with Mac
Oh, no.
1.28 mil, crazy line stories, because I know some of you have asked for that constantly all the time,
Okay.
back early 2026. And I have a couple collabs in the work between now and then just to tide you over. But finally, this video, let's end with a few more dumb lines written in exams, courtesy of this poster's mom's friend. During
Okay.
the Boston Tea Party, the colonists bombed the harbour with tea. The cost of living at this time
Okay.
changed drastically. The
Wow.
jobs were poor and very monogamous. Basically, King George was being like a giant prick.
Nice.
On a question about things like prohibition and religion in the 1920s,
Okay.
we became a nation where sex was a thing for fun and could be purchased. We went from
Okay.
celibate to sell a butt.
Oh, that's funny.
And finally, there was a man who made history in the world. A man whose name shall never be forgotten. And that man is Charles Darwin.
Okay, that was a great final video for the year. Thank you, Matt, for this amazing year of videos. And yeah, Merry Christmas to whoever's gonna celebrate. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.